So we'll get started. You don't need your tins straight away. We're going to work a little bit with those later on. We're just going to start mobilizing the body a little bit. So we'll start with the wrists, just interlacing the fingers and just creating a bit of a wave all the way through. And then try and reverse that, go the other way. Cool. Shaking out the wrists and then bring the hands up overhead and just start to palpate through the hands all the way down. And then bring them all the way back up. Bring them all the way back down. All the way back up, noticing which hand slows down first or which fingers start to slow down first. Try and get them going again one more time, all the way back up. And all the way back down. Cool, shake them out. We're just going to do a mini cat-cow. So I want you to interlace the fingers in front of you and pull them forward. So you're really pulling the core back to the spine and trying to pull the hands as far forward as you can. And then turn the hands away from you. Reach both arms up overhead, open up the spine, push the chest forward. Turn both hands down, pull them forward, round shoulders, round spine. Turn the hands away, reach the arms up. One more time, hands come down, pull forward. Good, turn the hands away, reach up. Cool, and we're just going to take a gentle side stretch. So bring in one hand, or both hands behind you actually. We'll bring both hands into the hip on the right side. And then just start to drop the head over to the opposite shoulder, encouraging that right shoulder to come down. Good, release the hands and then gently swap sides. Dropping the head across. Laying yourself up, reach the arms up overhead. And just take a gentle side stretch. So if you're sat on a chair, you can just use the side of the chair to hold on to and lean across. And bring both hands up overhead and swap sides, hand come down. Reach over. Bring yourself back out and just shake it all out a little bit. We're just going to warm up the legs a smidge because we will do a bit of leg work today. So we're going to bring both legs out in front of us. And we're just going to do an isometric contraction to begin with. So I just want you to drive your heels down into the ground as hard as you can. And you should feel the hamstrings start to engage. Really push the heels down. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release the pressure. Maybe walk a little bit further forward if you're sat quite comfortably on your chair. Walk the heels further away. Press the heels down as hard as you can. Feel the contraction through the legs. Draw the toes back towards the shins. Good, and relax. Bring the legs towards you. So this time we're going to take a deep breath in and try and sit up, try and find a long spine. Lean forward slightly from the pelvis. What we're trying to do is we're trying to separate the engagement of the quads into the psoas. So you're going to bring your hands down by your side. Try not to use the chair to help pick up the legs. Just have them resting there. And pick up one leg. Draw it in towards you, leaning the body forward. There you go, good. And lower the leg down. And swap sides, keeping the body strong, long spine. Good, and bring it down. Emily, can you push your thumb back? Yes, there you go. That's it. That's what you want. Right, now pick up the leg and don't lean back. Good. And bring it down. And then swap over.
It's deceptively hard.
Yeah, so, sorry, I'm just a brave insight. So when females are more prone to engage their quads than we are our psoas muscles, for females, this hip extensor is super long. Well, it's short and it's useless, so it lengthens quite easily because it's not got any actual contractile structure to it because we don't ever train it, which means that we strengthen our quads all the time instead of this muscle, we use our quads. When your quads are over dominant, you're more likely to have an ACL tear. So yeah, exactly. If this is weak for you, then that goes to show that's probably how you ended up with that injury in the first place. So we'll just do quite a bit of psoas work today. So again, lean the body forward. We're going to march this time, so making sure that we're not leaning back to pick up the leg and we're not rounding into the low back so we get out of that sensation and just pick up the legs. I'm going to go for 30 of these. Hoiking it up as high as you can. Really use and wake up the hip flexors. Here you go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Okay, give the legs a bit of a shake out. So I thought that today we work on doing a matrix style system with the upper body. So instead of just doing a full rep, when you do a matrix, you basically work on one part of it. So last night we had a bit of a chat about hypermobility and training. And I thought this week we would kind of implement some of the ways that we were talking about different styles of training. So you're going to get your tins or hand weights or whatever you've got. We're going to start with bicep curls. So you're going to start with your arms, and we're not coming to a full, you know, if you're like me and you've got bendy elbows, making sure they're slightly soft. And then what I want you to do is you're just going to come up to 90 degrees and then lower them back down. Again, we're not locking out. So even if, you know, your lockout is here, I don't want you to go to your end range. So bring the hands 90 and down. We're going to do 15 of these. So 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, good, 7, make sure you don't lock out at the bottom, 6, good, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Right, straight away we're going to go from 90 degrees to the top. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11. So don't go lower than 90 degrees. 9, 8, that's better. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Now go all the way down. We're going to do 15 all the way through. So again, making sure we're not coming to our end range, wherever that is. 15. Lower down, keep it active. 14, 13, 12, 11. Slow on the descent. 10, 9. Slow down. 8. Slow down. 7. Slow down. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing but with the triceps. So I want you to bring the arms up overhead. If this isn't possible, Lisa, instead what you can do is you can bring the arms down by your side and do it that way instead. So work with your shoulders. So if you're doing it from here, you're basically going to come to here and then back to 90. If you're doing it overhead, you're going to lower up there and back up to 90. So we're not lowering all the way down. So we're going to do 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, maybe go a little bit lower with the 10s, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Right. Now come from the 90 degrees and straighten the arms all the way out. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10. Why is this so hard? 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now go all the way from down up. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down. It's amazing how hard tins are. Okay, so we're going to work on doing lateral raises. We've done these before. So you want to make sure that you're not going to bash into the side of the chair. I'm going to turn my grandson and go back into it. Okay, so we're going to do lateral raises into front raises. So I want you to bring the tins up to the side. Don't swing them up. So we're not coming higher than shoulders. We're back here. Bring the hands in front, go down, and go back up. As you come behind, really squeeze the shoulder blades together, and then bring the tins in front and down. Good. Down, up, in front, down, up, out. Keeping the elbows slightly soft, so again, we're not locking out into any of the joints. As you come up, imagine using your pecs to lift the arms up, and then squeeze the shoulders behind you and down. Squeeze the shoulders, lift them up, squeeze the pecs, draw them forward and down. Good. Up, out, and down, up, front, and down, up, out, and down. Good. Got 5 more of these. Out, down, and down. 4. Down, up, out, down. If your shoulders start to hurt, it's not just mine. 3. Down, up, in front, down. Last 2, up, squeeze, down, squeeze, front, down, up, really squeeze, down. Last one, bring it forward. Drop the tins down. Okay, so we're going to do a little bit of lower body work. So like I said, we are going to work a little bit with the psoas, and then we're going to do a little bit of quad strengthening as well. So for the psoas, what I want you to do is, again, we're going to work in that kind of matrix style. So we're going to lift up through the body first, push the hips back, lean the whole body forward. So you want to aim for a long line from the kind of glutes all the way up. If you sit side on, it will help you just make sure you're staying accountable. Because the tendency is we lean forward and we dump and the rib cage kind of flares out. Lisa hears me say this 1,000 times a day. We want to draw this in. So the rib cage pulls in so that, yes, we are sticking the bum back, but we've also got a long spine. Okay. From here, we're going to bring the arms up in front. We're just going to bring the foot off ever so slightly off the ground. You're only aiming for about an inch. 5, 4, 2, 1, 1. Good. This time straighten the left leg out and try and raise it up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend the knee, bring it down. Swap sides. Out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Go back to the little ones. 1, 1. 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5. Good. Straighten the leg all the way out. Try and get it so it's in line with the other knee. Lean the body forward and then pulse it up. 5, 4, 3, high as you can go. 2, 1. Bend it, bring it down. Swap sides. 5, 4. Lean forward. 3, 2, go on. 1. Good. Bring it down one more time. 5, 5, 4. Maybe lean forward a little bit more. 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1. Straighten the leg out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold at the top. See if you can do micro pulses. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Swap the leg over. Up. 5, down. 4, down. 3, down. 2, down. 1, down. Bring it up and pulse. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Hopefully feeling this in the hips. You might feel some engagement through the quads. All that's continuing to tell you is that that side, or if it's happening on both sides, is compensating. The quads are compensating. So it's just something to be really mindful of, making sure that you're constantly training the hip flexors. Okay, so we are going to do a bit of quad work. We're going to do a chair supported. I'm going to move my against the wall so it doesn't disappear on me. Pistol squat. So option one, Emily, this is probably going to be where you're going to work at, and this is where I'm at on my left side too. If you're working option one, the foot goes out in front to support. So we're making sure that we've got two bases of support. So even if we would come down and lose our balance, A, you've got the chair, and B, you've got the other leg to help support you. So we're going to come from here and sit. Once you've sat, you've got to make sure that you don't then use your straight leg to help you get up. You've got to push directly down through that leg, so you will feel the quad engage. When we come up, tendency is to come all the way up and then lunge forward. Instead, I want you to think more about mind-body connection. So I'll tuck it in, hopefully you can see it better. As you come up, we're going to come to back here. So the quad is still active. I'll move this out the leg. So you can see that my leg hasn't locked, right? I'm still pretty bent, so my quad is still firing. Use the glutes, tuck the pelvis under, push it back, sit back down. So we come up, glutes under, push back, sit back down. So you were just using the glutes to tilt the pelvis. We're not letting go of the quad engagement the whole time. We're going to do 10 on each leg. So when you're ready, and make sure the knee is obviously tracking straight over the toes. You might need to turn your toes out depending on how your hip sits. That's okay. Okay, so bring the arms out. Lisa, if you want to pick up the leg, obviously you're very welcome to. Take what works for you. Sit down. 10. Good. Come halfway up. Squeeze the glutes, tuck the pelvis. Good. Push the hips back. Down. 9. Push off that right leg. Tuck. Back. 8. Push off the right leg. Tuck. Back. Down. 7. Up. Tuck. Out. Down. 6. Up. Tuck. Back. 5. Push off the right leg. Good. Tuck. Under. Down. And up. Tuck. Back. Down. And up. Tuck. Back. Down. 3. Last 2. Tuck. And back. Push off the right foot. Tuck. And sit down. Good. Need some more of an extra one. Okay, so again, you can choose. If the other side is more stable for you, for example, my right leg, I can happily squat to the floor and back up. You can pick up the opposite leg and you work same basis. So you still don't straighten that leg, you just tuck and then come down. So you're just really making sure it's the glutes doing the work, not the baggy hip flexors that we've just tried to work on tightening up. Okay, so when you're ready, hands go in front. Again, making sure we're bracing through the core. Push off that standing leg. 1, down. 2, down. Up, squeeze the glutes. Down. Up, squeeze. Down. Up, squeeze. Down. Up. Halfway. And up, squeeze. Down. Push off the standing leg, even if the other heel is down. Good. Down. Up. Down. Up. Last 2. Squeeze. Down. And squeeze. And down. Okay. Yeah, by all means, take a drink of water, it's fine. So next one, we're going to work with the tins again. We're going to do single leg RDLs. So we're trying to work biceps, triceps, front and backs of the legs. So a single leg RDL, you're going to use your tins. The way I tend to see it being done quite often is the legs are in one line, which immediately puts the knees into a position of twist at the back. Step the feet out. They want to be at least hip width distance apart. For most people, they need to go a little bit wider to actually keep the pelvis from tilting. As you peel yourself forward, it's the same principle. So the ribs come in first. So we find that instead of this shape, the ribs draw in and the spine lengthens. Pull forward from the crown of the head. So I'm coming forward, my front knee is slightly bent. My hands don't want to come in front because then I'm letting my shoulders collapse. To keep all of this active, my shoulders need to retract, and I'm going to slide the tins down my front shin. My hips go back, so my legs match each other on the way down. I come up, my glute tucks underneath. Yeah, good. And again, when you come up, try and keep that micro bend. So at no point are we slamming out the front knee and tucking the glutes, because we're just not using the hip flexors. All we're doing is lengthening everything back out again. So we just need to protect the front knee and keep a micro bend. So again, hands, tins onto the leg, hips push back, 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 crown of the head falls forward, ribs in, come up, squeeze at the top. Good. Okay, we're going to do 15 of those. So 15 and up, shoulders stay back. 14, good, and up. 13 and up, pull the crown of the head forward. Yes, nice. And up, squeeze underneath at the top. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, good, 6, that's it, nice. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Swap the legs over. I'll turn around so I can actually face you easier. Making sure the feet are wide, so making sure the hips are level straight away, so we're not going to be twisting the hips as we come forward in either direction. Good. And then again, tins come together. Draw the ribs in first. Soften the front knee, hinge forward, pull the crown of the head forward, push the bum back. So you want to imagine you're twerking, Emily, push your bum back. So you want to almost go from here, I want you to push back, so you're almost trying to push your bum up to the ceiling. Yes, that's better. That's it, and then come down. Yes, nice. Okay, and up. Good, okay, and come back down. Bum goes back. Yes, good, and up. Okay, 14, and up. 13, and up. 12, watch the shoulders a little bit, Lisa, try and keep them pulled back. 11, yes, that's better. Forward. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, bum goes back, knee to knee. Good. 3, 2, hips go back, 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 back. 1. Good. Okay. And we're just going to finish off with one last bicep and tricep exercise. So you're going to use your chair. You can choose to bring the hands in front of you, fingers facing out. You can choose to bring your hands straight in front. Ideally, hands would go in front, but obviously if you're working with a shoulder injury, by all means, wrap the hands out. You're going to walk the feet either here, feet are planted, and you find a long line in the spine, and you draw the knees forward and work a little bit into the core, or you can walk the feet back and find your way into a plank. Good. We're going to really slowly, right leg comes to the elbow, right leg goes back. Left leg comes to the elbow, left leg goes back. We're going to do a push-up. So again, you can shorten this arms if you'd like to, or keep it long, lower the chest down towards the chair, push back up. And again, right leg slowly up, super slowly back. Left leg, and back. Lower down, and up. Right leg, and back. Left leg, and back. Lower the body, and up. Right leg, back. Left leg, back. Lower the body, and again, right leg. Moving really slowly, really pulling the core in as you lift the knees, lower the body.
Katie, I did a press-up challenge just before this. Then painful.
I would say I'm sorry, but I'm not. Right, left, lower, 2 more. Right. Slowly left, lower, last one, right, left, and lower. Ooh. Hopefully feeling a little bit warmer. Obviously these classes tend to go pretty quick. We're already at 30 minutes past. So we'll do a quick tricep and then we'll stretch out. Obviously if you want to repeat this afterwards, any of the exercises, you're very welcome to. Yeah. Okay, so tricep, same again. Hands can face forward, hands can track out. Option 1, find your way into kind of a tabletop or a chair position and lower here. Option 2 is to walk the leg all the way out and lower and up. So you bring yourself all the way up and then squeeze the glutes, find a reverse tabletop. Up to you. Seven, I regret hit this morning. 8, 9, 10. Good. Walk yourself back and just sit on the chair. Okay, we'll stretch ourselves out. So bringing one arm up overhead and we'll get into those triceps first. So when you do the tricep stretch, you often see this top arm kind of hanging out above the head. I'd like you to try and bring it behind the head and then use the head to push the top arm back. So you keep the chin tucked back in. Good, and then swap sides. Again, use the back of the head, push the framework back. Release the arms, draw one across the body, stretch it across. Release. Stretch the other way. Good. Bring the hands behind you, interlace the fingers. Walk yourself quite forward on your chair or whatever you're sat on. Turn the hands down and then slowly open the chest away. Really trying to peel the shoulders behind you. Good. And bring yourself forward. Bring yourself up to a standing position. So we're just going to stretch out the psoas and the quads at the same time. So we're going to bring the knee onto the chair behind you, or whatever you're resting on. And you can always use your sofa poppets, it's a bit more comfortable. But you're going to bring that back knee in, and then I want you to tuck, really tuck the pelvis underneath, try and push the hip forward. So you want to bring your left leg a bit closer back to the table. Yeah, that's it. And then push, and push the hip forward. There you go, good. One more breath cycle. Release the foot. We're going to start to fold forward over the front leg. Hands hopefully come to the floor to help with the balance. As you inhale, pull the crown of the head forward. As you exhale, think about bringing belly down towards that front thigh. One more breath cycle. Good. Slowly start to walk the hands forward. Release the leg down. Roll up. And then swap sides. Knee goes onto the chair. Hand takes the foot. Pulls the foot in. And again, we're really trying not to stick the bum back and the chest forward. We're really thinking about lifting the chest up. Push the glutes underneath. Pull that hip under. So we stretch out those hip flexors. The problem with the hip flexors is that they're really short because the way that we spend our lives, sat in chairs, couches, driving, we're sleeping with our knees bent. But having a short tight psoas doesn't actually help us develop any strength in it. So we need to do strength, and then we need to stretch it right out and get into the quads too, so they don't compensate. One more deep breath in. Exhale, release the foot down. Roll the body all the way over that front leg. Same thing, pull the left hip back, pull the crown of the head forward, straighten the left leg, and then think belly down to 5. Good, slowly bring yourself up, release the leg down, off the chair, roll all the way up into yourself. That's it, you are done.